Hey there, welcome to Scaling Strategies. I wanted to take this opportunity to start with an introduction of who I am. So, for everyone out there, I'm Jennifer Tamborski. I am your navigator in this world of marketing. I'm a digital marketing strategist and NLP master coach, and my mission is to empower business owners like you to really shine in the area of your marketing so that you're able to effectively grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. Today, we're going to dive into scaling strategically. But before we do that, for those of you that haven't met me yet, I wanted to take a moment to share a bit of my story. You see, I'm not just a digital marketing strategist. I'm also a mom of 3 amazing adults and a wife. My journey in the online business space began about 20 years ago, right after the birth of my second child. Since then, I ran a digital marketing agency for about a decade and experienced the ups and downs of online business, digital marketing, and marketing in general. And I felt the confusion that my clients that came to me often had around navigating marketing strategies. That's why after years of agency life, I shifted gears. My focus now is on you, the business owner striving to hit that $250,000 mark and beyond. I'm here to provide you with actionable insights and strategies that really will propel your business forward. Honestly, I'm often referred to as a marketing geek, and I have to say I take that title with pride because staying on top of marketing trends is not just my profession. It actually is part of my passion. My goal is to ensure that your journey in marketing is less about guesswork and more about strategic, tailored actions. So today we're going to dive into creating a strategy and plan that will help you to grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. So if you're ready, let's dive in. I wanted to start this training with growing your business versus scaling your business, because I think oftentimes business owners get the two confused. They actually are not the same thing. Growing your business can actually mean just adding revenue, but in reality, adding revenue also adds time to your day, or it adds additional resources off of your plate. And sometimes that may lead to overwhelm and exhaustion. I will tell you from personal experience of growing my agency versus scaling it, that that's exactly what happened to me. Because as I was growing, I was so focused on creating more revenue and more clients, I stopped looking at how to scale effectively. Because scaling is really about defining your business so that it revolves around the lifestyle that you want, as well as the income it requires to do it. It also helps you to elevate your current business model through scalable growth. What I missed when I was growing my agency was repeatable processes, plans in place so that we're able to create something that doesn't necessarily require us day to day. It's also about building a strategic plan that aligns with your personal and professional goals. The truth is that very few of us need to scale to the size of massive companies, right? To achieve financial freedom, a lot of business owners, $1 million to a $2 million business is more than enough. It's enough to live that abundant, fulfilling life that you need. But scaling successfully requires intentionality. It means having the right systems, the right strategies, and the right support in place. And this is where oftentimes connecting with an expert or joining trainings like this can help to accelerate your success because it will help you to gain clarity, avoid unnecessary pitfalls, and create a roadmap that's tailored to your unique goals. That's what this training is designed to do, to help guide you step by step through creating a plan for successful scaling. I want to take this next step into strategic versus reactive scaling. At its core, a strategy is a deliberate, cohesive plan designed to achieve a long-term goal. Most business owners spend their time in a reactive mode. What do I mean by that? So being reactive really does mean you operate without really a clear plan in place. Instead, you're driving your business forward, constantly reacting to whatever is going on in that immediate time. So it could be things like posting randomly on social media because you just realized you haven't been on there in weeks. Or maybe it's last minute discounts or launching a new promotion because you just realized that your cash flow is an issue. It's doing things within your business without a clear, actionable plan. And that makes, let's be honest, it makes your business stressful because you're always scrambling to figure out what to do first or next. You do things inconsistently, which then can cause confusion in what you're doing. If you are reacting because your cash flow is an issue right now, you are throwing things out there just to see what happens, rather than creating an effective strategy and plan that you can execute calmly and rationally and without overwhelm. Reactive scaling or reactive strategies in business might feel productive in the moment. And most often, it's just busy work because without the bigger picture in mind, you're not really moving closer to your goals. So, really understanding the difference between tactics, which are how you do things, it's the individual actions and steps you take to achieve your goal, versus a strategy, which is the why and the what. It's that overarching plan that really does ensure that those tactics that you do are working together to really achieve a broader objective. By understanding that distinction, you can really focus your energy on actions that contribute to the long-term success of your business rather than getting caught up in activities that might feel productive but lack alignment. So, strategic planning is really about more than just goal setting. It's about creating a framework that guides your business towards growth and scalability. It's about making decisions that increase the overall value of your business and positioning your business as more attractive to clients and maybe potential buyers down the road, if that's your goal. It demonstrates a clear and deliberate path to success. And by developing a strategic plan, you create a business that is not only profitable, it's also resilient and adaptable in the face of change. Because let's be real. The only constant in the world is change. So, a strong strategy will really make your business more appealing. And it starts with doing very specific tasks. This QR code will lead you to a workbook. because strategic scaling should be intentional and goal-oriented. It's like planning a road trip. And I want to take you on this trip together. It will leave you with a really clear strategy on how to grow your business this year. So if you go to that workbook, because we're going to stop right here on this slide and spend some significant time here. I want to walk you through each section of this workbook so that you can get a really clear start on creating a strategy that is going to effectively scale your business. Step 1 is really to reflect and align. You want to answer the questions in here honestly. Don't hold back. Put down anything that comes up. So, when you're looking at growing and scaling a business, particularly scaling the business, you really want to look at things like, what did you love last year? What really lit you up in your business? What do you want to do more of this coming year? What is it that will make you happy in your business? These 2 questions can help you align your business with your life. And I will tell you right now, that is so incredibly important. Having tried to scale a business ineffectively because I was growing it and not scaling it, I know that not aligning your business with your life will lead to overwhelm, frustration, and burnout. And I want you to avoid that if at all possible. Also, you want to look at the things that worked and what didn't. But let's start with, what do you feel worked best to grow your business last year? Every step of scaling requires some growth. So understanding what brought in new clients, what brought in new speaking engagements, what brought in new sales will help you to understand what you can do more of in the coming year. What do I want to stop doing this coming year? The thing that we want to be incredibly clear about is what isn't in alignment with our life and our business. We often try things and it doesn't work out for whatever reason. One of the reasons that I shut down the agency was that I grew it to the point where I was working 60 hours a week. I was overwhelmed and burned out. I knew that I wanted to stop doing that and start doing something I loved. And I want that for you as well. Also, looking at what didn't work to grow your business this past year. That often tells us almost more than what did work. If we can look at what didn't work, we can remove those things from our plate. And I want to caution you when you're answering these questions to look at it from several aspects. What did you feel like worked versus what did your data actually tell you worked? If you don't have data from last year on your business and on your growth, I encourage you to create that this year so that you can make a strategic plan based on data. I will tell you, data often conflicts with our feelings. Make sure that you're coming at this marketing plan from a strategic perspective, which means looking at the data first. What are your natural gifts? What are those authentic leverages that you can incorporate more of into your marketing strategy? This will help you to really learn how to create content and a voice for your business, which is incredibly important when you're starting to scale. Having your brand be unique and your unique selling proposition helps you to stand out from everyone else. How do I want people to feel when they interact with my content? This will tell you exactly how you want to actually present that content. Having people connect with you on an emotional level will help to scale your business, because people most often buy based on a feeling. They feel like they trust you. They feel like they know you. They feel like they connect with you. That's what's going to bring in buyers. So understanding how to make your audience feel that way and understanding what you want them to feel will really help you to create content that resonates with them. If you designed your perfect day and only got to do what was easy, fun, and effortless in your business, what would you be doing? This, my friends, will tell you what you need to give up, because we do not have to do everything in our business. And I will tell you right now, the only way to scale effectively is to create processes so that you can remove things from your plate. Something I did not do when I was growing the agency. I kept taking on more and more. And that, my friends, is exactly what leads to burnout. If you truly want to scale your business, you get to look at the items on your current to-do list and figure out what you can remove from your daily activities. Because the more clients you bring in, or the more sales you make, the more scaling you do, the less time you're going to have to do all of the other things. What are you doing in your marketing that is on autopilot and that you haven't looked at in a while? Now, I ask this question because oftentimes we create lead magnets, or maybe we set up ads, or maybe we have created content for social media that is 6 months long. If we are not aware of what we are doing, it is incredibly difficult to repeat it. And also, we don't know if it's actually working. The final part of this reflection is the most powerful thing you'll do, and it is critical. Do not skip it. Write your future self a letter. Look out about 1 year from now. It starts with, it's January 1st, 2026, and I. Fill in as much detail as you can here. How much revenue do you want to make? How much are you spending? How are you spending your days and weeks? What's lighting you up? What is your audience saying? The experiences you've creating. Be as specific as possible. The thing about this letter is that setting it into motion, writing as if it has already happened, helps your brain to create the mindset to actually achieve it. When you look at your goals as if they are already completed, your brain can set out the actual path, because most often we already know what we need to do. It's just a matter of action. Step 2 in this workbook are your revenue goals. You want to make sure that you know how much revenue you want to make. How much did you make last year? How much do you want to grow in the coming year? Be realistic about this and stretch a little bit. Now, one of the things I like to do with this particular avenue is, if you have multiple ways of working with clients, break down that revenue into XYZ categories. For instance, I'm launching a new mastermind this year. And one of the things that I did when I was breaking down my revenue goals was really dialing in how much money I wanted to make from the mastermind. How many masterminds did I want to run? Did I want to do more than one? Did I want to launch more than once a year? Those kind of questions will help you to establish a realistic plan and goal to get there. The next page is about your micro goals. What that really is are the small things that are going to get you to that big goal. For instance, I was just talking about the mastermind that I'm launching. That is a micro goal. And for that, I then have additional micro goals, right? Because there are steps that are going to lead up to the opening of the mastermind. Micro goals could be things like, I want to grow my email list by X number by X date. Or I want to have two new clients in the first quarter. Or maybe it's, I want to add podcasts. I want to be on 15 podcasts by X date. Those kind of micro goals can help you focus in on doing one thing at a time, because often that overarching big goal can sometimes be a little troublesome of hitting. If you break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces, you're much more likely to actually achieve those goals. Next, I want to talk about your overall marketing strategy. We're going to start with content and visibility. Here's the thing. You want to create content for every step of your overall strategy. And all of the content needs to be in line with what you're planning at the end of the year. You also want to think about things like, what is your main form of content going to be? Are you a podcaster? Are you writing blog posts? Are you joining networking groups? Are you posting on social media, creating reels? All of these things are different types of content. If you know that you enjoy one main form of content and you can create it at least once a week, it will really help to create stability and consistency in your overall visibility and content strategy. You also want to make sure that you've defined at least 1 to 2 platforms that you will focus on in the next year. How are you going to grow them? Be as specific as you can. Commit to creating relationships on these platforms. How can you leverage your gifts, your passion, your experience in all of your content creation? Really showing your audience who you are makes it easier for them to connect with. What will you do more of to create content next year? Do you want to be on 15 podcasts? Do you want to guest more often? Do you want to speak more often? What will you do less of? Do you hate social media and you want to get off of it? Or, do you not like podcasts or webinars or presentations? Really understanding what you can do to increase your content and what you can do less of so that you feel less overwhelmed is going to help immensely. The next section is all about lead generation. How are you going to bring leads into your world? This section is all about defining your funnel. It is your customer journey. How are you going to introduce yourself to your audience, connect with them, bring them into your world, and convert them into buyers? Really understanding your lead generation strategy is essential to scaling, because without new clients, we can't scale anything. The next step is your nurture strategy. Your nurture strategy is what's going to take a cold audience, someone or semi-warm, I guess, someone who has just stepped into your world, and warm them up so that you can move them through to the buyer strategy. All of these pieces are essential to establishing a scalable system. And I will also tell you, when you can automate the majority of these, your life becomes so much easier and your business becomes so much easier to scale. Then we ask about the conversion strategy. What is the offer you're going to focus on this year? I will tell you, as a business owner, it is so much easier to focus on one primary offer than to put out dozens of them. Once you have successfully sold that offer and you are able to fill it regularly, then you could start looking at additional offers. If you want to add to, let's say you're a coach and you want to do one-on-one and group coaching, that's perfectly fine. And you need a strategy to convert people into both of those. Be incredibly clear about how you are going to bring in buyers. How will you convert the leads who enter your lead gen funnel into buying from you? What offers do you want to promote? How are you going to promote them? At what time? You know, I was talking about the mastermind. It's obviously has a door opening position, right? When I'm going to offer people to join. It also has a door closing, right? If I know, and I do, exactly when those points are, I'm able to then create content and a strategy that leads right up to that point. Being very thoughtful and intentional about how you are going to bring people in to your offers and promote them will help you convert them into buyers much easier. Scaling your business doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. What it does have to do is take action, because working this workbook out and laying all of these things out without actually taking action along the way is going to lead you disappointed in your everyday activities. I invite all of you, if you are not sure about what to do first or next in order to really grow and scale your business, head over to virtualmarketingexpert.com/grow-me and sign up for a free strategy session. I promise that you will walk away with at least one actionable item that will help you to grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact.